Confession time, I've never played a Souls game before.
Get out! Get out of this house! I said no!
I went into this game super arrogant. Every time I came across a mini boss, I was like, look at this dumb samurai, I'm gonna jump on him. Yeah, take that, and that. Then 5 seconds later, it was like... Anyway, welcome to this video series where I pick a game I've never played before, try it out, and give you my experience with it. So with that out of the way, I played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for the first time. And this is what happened. My time with Sekiro reminds me much of my relationship with my girlfriend, in the sense that I keep getting smacked around, but time and time again I keep coming back because once in a while the game takes a break from slapping me about and holds my head up, smiles, and says, shh, 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 shh. You're a good boy.
Okay, cool, no doubt.
There's a story in this game, and it's pretty decent too. There's a kid, they steal my kid, and I have to get the kid back. It's basically like the Taken movie, which means I'm Liam Neeson. Which means I get to do a cool speech. I don't know who you are, or what you want. If it's a good review of this game you're after, I can't give you that. But what I do have are very specific... Damn it! Sekiro is one of the most satisfying games I have ever played. The feeling you get when you're stuck on a boss is frankly frustrating, but after a few more times of trial and error, you start to understand the enemy's weaknesses, which is insanely awesome as it makes bosses which at first seem impossible to beat, possible. After being stuck on a mini boss, this is my genuine reaction after finally beating it. No! 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 Yes! Every time I go up against the boss, I'm like, do you really expect me to be afraid of you? And then the game's like,
do you really expect me to not push you up against the wall, biatch?
The thing that disappointed me most about Sekiro is the music. I'm a big advocate that music plays a very big role in video games. It's so damn important, but a lot of people tend to kind of gloss over it as they don't realize in the moment how much of an impact it has on your experience. But honestly, this is my only gripe with the game, and it didn't ruin the experience or anything. I just felt like if there was a better soundtrack, it would have made the whole game just that much better, especially since some nice music would have calmed me down, and you need some calming down, because your entire playthrough of this game can basically be summed up like this.
Spawn die. Spawn die, spawn die, spawn die, spawn die, spawn die, spawn die!
I also like how the gameplay feels accurate. I love when I want to assassinate an enemy from above, it's not just look at the enemy and if they're in close enough proximity, you just push a button and the game does it for you. No, in Sekiro you see an enemy and have to accurately jump on your target, and then when you're close enough a red dot appears which prompts you to push the attack button and get the assassination, meaning that if you don't time it right, there is more than enough room for error. Before the game released, the developers talked about how there were mini bosses you can skip, so I thought to myself, well, what's the point of having them in then? I'll just skip them and not waste my time. But because every boss has useful rewards, you would never skip them. In fact, I actively went out exploring in search for them because not only do they give you neat rewards and XP, but they're also sort of a way of preparing you for your next big boss battle. In Sekiro, we also have the prosthetic tools at our disposal, which we get after our main character loses his arm in a bike riding accident. He was then fitted with a new arm which looks like it was made by the first pig in the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. Remember that? Remember that story? I don't care how overdone it is. I love grappling from place to place in games, and it's great in Sekiro as it just adds more verticality to the game and gives us more areas to explore and new heights to reach. Also, it's great for running away from a fight. That thing saved my ass a lot. Run away! Run away, I'm a coward. There are a ton of tools at your disposal, all of which are fun and useful against different types of enemies and situations. After beating a boss, the game makes you feel untouchable. You feel good. Too good. You walk into the next battle extremely arrogant without any medicine in your boxes down, looking at the enemy like, pfft. What do we say in the face of death? Not to- oh no, stop! It's crazy how this game at one moment makes you feel like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic, and then the next you're like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant. You'll go from defeating one boss in like 2 tries to then being stuck on a boss for like 2 days. Whenever you're stuck fighting a really tough boss and you have no more medicine and low health, but your enemy is like 2 hits away from death, it's like,
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
and then when you make the wrong move and die, it's like,
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
my time with Sekiro could be best described by Katy Perry's hit classic Hot and Cold. I love and hate this game at the same time, and even though constantly dying can be a turn-off for some, there was much of the game I liked that it never stopped me from enjoying it. The world is gorgeous, the gameplay is smooth and responsive, the difficulty is hard but fair, and the bosses are super cool. Because of this game, I have decided to play Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and who knows, maybe I'll do a review of them too, but only if you're all good and finish your vegetables. I give Sekiro Shadows Die Twice a
Broken marriage out of 10.